Hello, welcome to Pumpkin Canine Fashions. I have paw-picked my new line of dog beds. Each one delivers bold, stylish looks that make your pup stand out from the pack. With thoughtfully designed apparel and accessories, my people bring personality and flair to every tail wag. Go ahead, treat your pup to one today. Order now at pumpkincaninefashion.com. That's pumpkincaninefashion.com.
Hello, world. This is Talkin Live, and I'm glad you're tuned in.
Now, let's get ready. You are Talkin Live with Lamar Bearden.
Well, we're glad you tuned in. We hope you are, and we want you to know that we want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Now, let me show you Pumpkin here. He can't settle down, but he's got this boggin I'm trying to get on his head. You know, he looks like a deer anyway, so Pumpkin, look at the camera. Look there at the camera. All right, we wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, right? Right? Hey, look at the camera. See the camera? Right over there. Look where my finger's going. But he wished everybody Thanksgiving dinner, happy Thanksgiving dinner. So he loves people. He ain't like these people hating one another. He's never met a person he don't like. And I've told him about this. You know, you can't just be, a lover of everybody because some people don't like you. So he's got to learn that on his own. But I appreciate him. He's been with me for 8 years. God blessed me with him, and he's been a pal and a friend more than some others have been. So I wanted to talk about, Donald Trump's, President Trump's speech last night. I watched it. There was different things that I agreed with, and some different things I didn't agree with. I feel like most of what he said last night was basically the fact of what's happening. The issues of the economy, and our economy has been destroyed by the previous administration, and it's a fact. It's not about Donald Trump or nothing. It's just a fact that it happened that way. I mean, we've always been a sucker for. And Donald Trump's right. We've always been a sucker for other countries and other people and give them a helping hand. They take and cut our hand off. I mean, that's the way most of them have done us. And Donald Trump has tried to separate us from that situation. And I really agree with him on this. And there's so many things that I see that's happening that I know that's the truth. Now, so for you to do anything to make the country a little better, we got judges that wants to fight Donald Trump for everything. You got the Democratic Party. Everything Donald Trump says is the wrong thing. But all the time they were letting the border be overrun with people that could destroy this country, blow up our homes or whatever, our businesses, destroying it. It still ain't over. I'd say this year coming up that we're going to have to fight that issue of people that come over to this country that are sitting and awaiting to do something to destroy us. Most of the stuff is happening because people don't believe in what's right and wrong. So they don't believe that people that come here need to be sent back to their own country. Now, I see this as the way it is to me. I mean, these people that lost their children, and they sent them back to the country, deport them. I don't see that should happen. I think they should be prosecuted here, and the law, to its extent, prosecute these people if it's put to death. That's part of it. I mean, just like, I seen Rob Reiner's attorneys going to try to get him off for nothing, and get him off for, allegedly killing his mother and dad. They're trying to get this attorney's talking about getting him off just for a slap on the wrist, trying to figure out a way to get him off when he's guilty. We know he's guilty, basically by the media is what they've said. I'm just appalled that people would go out there and take the person's life, and then an attorney come over and try to get them off for nothing. Now, if he was innocent, that's okay. That's a different situation. But law says you're innocent proves guilty. Of course, not in this country now. It's who you are or what you done. That don't make no sense. I mean, this guy set this girl afire. What they do with him? I seen an old clip I had on Facebook where this black man took a gun, shot this little boy right in the head, and killed him. I don't know if you remember that. Never heard more about it. Don't know what they did with the guy. But we have people that's got cold hearts, will do anything for money, take lives, don't make no difference to them. And some say it's business, but it's not business. It's still murder. It's still breaking the laws of the land. Murder is it used to be a crime, but today it seems like murder ain't a crime anymore. It's just something that's happened. The guy shot the guy at the insurance executive. He shot him in the back, killed him, tried to get him off. He committed murder. We seen it on video. We seen him shoot him. He's guilty. There's no use beating around the bush. He's guilty. We seen it on video. Things we see with our own eyes, and then the lawyers get up there and try to make out like it's not true. Or there's an excuse for it. There's no excuse for it. There's no excuse for taking a life, don't matter. Now, somebody come in your house, try to take over, or you're trying to defend yourself from a criminal or whatever, that's the way it should be. If you take a life from somebody trying to take yours, of course, the Bible says thou shalt not kill, but, I mean, us as humans and our nature is to protect ourselves from people that try to harm us. Now, of course, the Democrats, they got all these bodyguards and all this security. They don't care, see? They don't care if somebody kills somebody. They ain't worried about it because they got all that security. But I remember Pelosi, this man got into her house. So if he can get into her house and hit her husband, bang her husband in the head with a hammer, don't you think that could happen to you? Democrats, it could happen to you. You're not above something happening to you, just like it did with Rob Reiner or what Charlie Kirk. There's a lot of people get killed. It's an unnecessary thing because of the laws has released these animals worse than. See, I don't call really. I feel guilty when I call somebody an animal because animals are better than people now. In this day and time, the human race is worse than the animal. animal does. Most animals do it to survive, to eat or something like that, or keep themselves, protect herself or protect her master. But these others, sick in the head, full of the devil, want to kill somebody, take a life that we have in this world. But our laws have become one-sided for people that commit murder, or because the Democrats didn't mind saying it's okay to kill a baby, but they make a big deal out of somebody killing some drug dealers that's trying to poison our country. Which like I said before, I don't think drugs is going to go away. It's going to always be there. Donald Trump don't have the power, or never have the power, to destroy all the drug dealers, because they will be giving an account to God one day, and they will be put to stop when he comes back. And see, people don't believe that, but I mean, it's a fact. I mean, we take people. I mean, just like, for instance, we don't look at life like that it can't happen to us, but it can. We look at life so, well, it can't happen to me. It might happen to somebody over there, but it can't happen. But anything that you think can't happen to you can happen. Never think that it can't happen to you. I mean, I have to say this, and I heard Rob Reiner talking about Donald Trump, and Donald Trump was bad-mouthing him after he got killed, but both were wrong. But I mean, Reiner had the right to feel the way he did about Trump, whether it's right or wrong. And for somebody to say anything about his death, how it happened, is, if they say it in an ill way, it's a stupid thing to say. I don't care who you are, president, Congress, whatever. But we got so much crime going on, and we don't have people that stand up against it. We got more people standing up against people that want to put a stop to it. I mean, you take Charlie Kirk. He was doing a good work. I mean, he was a Republican. That's his right. He stood up for what was right, and that's what cost him his life, because people can't stand the word right. They can't stand the word truth. Like Paul, I think it was Paul, or one I heard, asked Paul what was truth. What was truth? Well, the truth is, there was a King Agrippa. That's who it was. He asked Paul, he said, what is truth? Well, see, people don't know what truth is today. They don't see the bad side of things that are happening today. They don't look at it. As long as it don't happen to them, it's a bad thing. You ever see people make fun of somebody that it happened to them, and something come back on them worse? See, we look at the things that happen to that's really sad and really bad. We look at those things and we say, "Oh, that was awful. That was horrible." But as you get on down the road, shit, just like the Twin Towers. Now, let's talk about that. We got a mayor that come from the same group that blowed up the Twin Towers. It was horrible. We seen it on the news. We seen the planes flying to the towers where the people lost their lives. These firemen and all the people, the first people, it was that what happened, they're dying of cancer, and they've died of cancer because of that. And it was horrible. But we got people in this country that will vote for someone that stands for what they did and keeps it. And Omar, we've got quotes from her saying that like it was okay for the Twin Towers. And we got people in this country defending these people that get elected and knowing all the time they don't stand for the country, they don't stand for what's right. These people in Minnesota frauding our tax dollars, taking her, and we got a governor up there that run for vice president is the biggest idiot I ever seen. There was two idiots running. There was a lady that thought she could do something, be a good president, and we had a governor that was an idiot too. We had two idiots running for president and vice president. And the vice president has let all that stuff go on in Minnesota, a governor. I mean, they elect, see, all the Somalians that are in Minnesota elected these people, put them in office because they're Somalians. They didn't put them in office because they was a good person or a good politic. It was good politics to put them in there. It was good politics for them. For them, that race, that bunch of crowd, that Somalian race, to get special things in the state, to be chosen to have more than others, and they despise a Christian person. They despise the men that want to run a guy out of town, mayor, because he preached the gospel. And see, and I keep saying this, but it's a fact people don't understand it, and I wish Donald Trump could hear it. I never heard him say anything like it. But people like Sanders, Omar, AOC, all these people, and I say it all the time, they don't belong in our government because they're against freedom. Oh, well, they say they're for democracy, but they're not. We are a country that was built on freedom. We wasn't built on communism, socialism. We was not worshiping Allah. We was not giving place to Muhammad because Muhammad don't exist. He's in his grave. And if his ways were as Allah, yeah, he's in hell, he ain't in the grave. His bones might be there. But see, people want to keep on rebelling and going against Donald Trump. And I don't understand that a federal judge, can block anything that the President of the United States should have the authority, which I believe he does have authority, to deport the people that are over here are a threat to our country, a threat to our people, American people. What right does a judge, federal judge, have to block Donald Trump from doing his job? What right? I thought he was a president. I thought he was up there to protect this country. And I'm not saying nothing that he's doing to allow people to hurt American people. I've never seen none of his agenda to hurt American people. And it takes time to go into office and fix the things that some two idiots that was in the government, president or vice president, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden. Can't you see what they've done to this country? They suck the taxpayers dry. They let everybody else suck the taxpayers dry. They started this solar panel, which is good in some areas, but they started all this stuff, and it cost America billions because of their waste. Obama, billions of dollars in cash, give it to Iran so they could support the terrorists. This country has been through hell when it comes to some of the politics we've had. Oh, we ain't had those angel Republicans in there either. There is not one angel in the Republican Party if they don't stand for what's right. They ain't no different Democrat. You know, what the people wants. The people wants. The people should get what they want. But when it gets to the point that it takes away their freedom and this crap that Obama and Joe Biden started, all this crap about transgenders and all this kind of stuff, and educational group that stands for talking children and telling them they're supposed to be a boy if they're a girl, or vice versa. There's no other race. There's a man and there's a woman. There's no other race. You can't create it. You ain't God. You cannot create something that's not God. You can create robots. You can do all that stuff, but you can't compare with God. You can't compare right and wrong with God. Your voice don't mean nothing to God. Your creations don't mean nothing to God if it ain't good, if it ain't righteous. There's nothing you can do and outdo God. He created man and woman. You can't create another race, another gender, because God done it all. He brought it all from the beginning. He started from the beginning, and he's going to finish it at the end. So quit trying to be gods, you scientists. You people that's got all this money in the world, you can't make or do or outdo God. If you think you can, you got a big surprise coming. We live in a country that was raised up. Our children, not today, but I was raised to believe God can do all things, anything. And when you atheists tell me, well, I done this and I done that, I didn't get an answer, it's because you didn't believe. You prayed your prayers in a mist. You prayed a prayer that you didn't even believe, and God didn't answer. As I had a guest on here was atheist, he said he prayed, he was a Christian 40 years. Well, if you was a Christian 40 years, you shouldn't have never turned atheist. You wouldn't have turned atheist if you was ever a Christian. Because when a Christian tasted of that gospel and tasted of that Spirit of God and are washing that blood, you will never forget it. It will never leave you. So when you are done working for the Lord and you're working for Him, you will never forget that experience with God, because it be in your heart and in your mind, and it will never leave you. Or you can go lose your mind completely and not realize it. But as long as you have your right mind, you're going to always remember what God done for you and what God gave you from the beginning. You don't forget that stuff. And see, that's the way I look at it. Since I was a kid, I was raised up to believe in what the Bible said. And the government, what they did didn't mean nothing to me. If that didn't go along with the Bible, it didn't mean nothing to me, just like murdering babies. You know, God's going to have his number in heaven. It don't matter what you do. Them babies are up there in heaven waiting on the judgment day to point their finger at you that murdered them. But I'm saying today we're living in a lawless, ungodly country that once was the greatest country in the world. And it would be again if it were possible. But it takes the people that stands for what is right and what is wrong. The guilt falls on you. I mean, I've said this over and over. You keep calling Donald Trump a crook, and you're the biggest crook in the Democratic Party I ever seen in my life. You justify what you do, and you condemn Donald Trump for what he does. And you're guilty. It's in your closet, Betty. You congressmen, you congresswomen, you got something in your closet. If it come out, you yourself couldn't say nothing about Donald Trump except one thing. You're reprobates. You see everybody else is wrong, but you don't see your own. Y'all have a great Christmas and a Happy New Year.
The views and opinions expressed on all Talkin' Live show presentations are those of the host and their guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of the Talkin' Live TV broadcast studio, EPB Fiber Optics, or by this network or its management.
Before drones and digital streams, there were boots on the ground and cameras in the wild. Every Saturday evening starting at 5 p.m., journey back with the pioneers who filmed nature's first close-up shots. Real explorers, timeless stories that bring the beauty and wonder of the natural world into your home. All evening long, every Saturday, watch Echoes of the Wild only on Timeless Classics TV.